fire rages out of control in South Houston.
And history or hoax. One man says he knows the truth.
Now, 11 News at 6.
You can always trust local news to cover the important stories. CBS decides to do one on me.
5% of Americans currently don't believe we went to the moon.
It's a part of history that the whole world witnessed almost 30 years ago. But did it really happen?
11 News reporter Ron Trevino tonight with an effort to get to the bottom of what some are calling a lunar lie.
Aron Ranen is working for the University of Cincinnati, putting together an investigative documentary, trying to prove the Apollo 11 mission was no fake.
At this point right now, I'm about 75% believing that we went.
One thing he's looking at, what he says are inconsistent shadows on lunar photographs.
All the shadows should be going the same way. But if you look at, this is going this way, but then this one is going that way.
Live at Space Center Houston now in front of their lunar display. Some people believe it was a set like this that provided the background for the Apollo 11 mission somewhere in the Nevada desert.
The Nevada desert, huh?
That's what some people say.
Okay, thanks, Ron.
These are the guys I'm after, the original Apollo 11 flight controllers, the men of mission control. So I begin to check out the bars of Houston. No flight controllers here, but I had better luck at my next stop. Believe it or not, I find the Apollo 11 re-entry flight controller, John Llewellyn, who is responsible for bringing the crew safely back to Earth.
I'm a space navigator. My major function was get home guys alive.
At all times, John had to be aware of how to bring them back.
But it will go down in history, we did it. We got it in some kind of a French archives. And once those pricks put it into something, it's all over. Proud you did it.
We look alike.
Hey, look, I don't make I'm very proud I did it.
That's right. We're all
And you
proud.
show me another motherfucker again.
So there really are space cowboys after all. By this time, I am so intrigued that I am carrying my camera everywhere, including Houston's famous Art Car Museum.
I think the technology was available to make it a hoax.
Then I meet these folks who have an art bus.
Hi guys, what's happening, dude?
Well, just another night in Houston, Texas.
All right. I'm trying to prove that Apollo 11 was not a hoax. I'm traveling around the country.
Hey, we went to Craters of the Moon. That's where they filmed that.
Where are you going?
We're going to our warehouse to have a Fanatics rehearsal. And you're welcome to come over if you want. You're welcome too.
I remember 1969, I was -5. So I really remember. I mean, I was not even born.
Coming out of the NASA area, I was there because my father was a minister at the church and the space community developing out there.
You're the son of a space minister.
You're the son of a space minister.
We had a few astronauts in the church there.
I think if we win.
You think we win?
Yeah.
Why do you think we win?
I just don't
Technology,
think
we're so advanced now. We evolved from many different things.
I think it was possible. I think we win.
This is Johnson Space Center, home to Mission Control. It's time to try and find legendary flight director Gene Kranz.
Smile, FAO. Don't be mad. We'll get it up there. See how nice and leisurely it's been? That's the way it should be.
There is no question in any real engineers, program managers, flight planners, or astronauts' mind that this was the real thing.
Roger, and for your information, we show you at an altitude of about 92 miles above the surface right now.
The spacecraft cracks the hill, and now we are not going to leave until we either land, we abort, or we crash. Those are the only three options open to us in those moments. We continued coasting down to the point at which we had to ignite the engines. I made my go, no go.
100 feet, 3.5 down, 9 forward. 4 forward, drift into the right a little.
The navigation problem was taking us way downstream, and now it looked like we were going to run out of fuel.
60 seconds. Lights on.
And this was the final decision that we had to make. I made the go to continue the landing process.
Forward, 40 feet down, 2.5. Picking up some dust. Straight shadow. 4 forward, drift into the right a little. 30 seconds. Forward, drift. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. We copy you down, Eagle. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
I personally broke down. I just couldn't get going. The emotion overwhelmed me until finally, a few seconds later, I just slammed my arm on the console. My pencil broke. Got back on track.
Are you getting a TV picture now, Houston? Neil, yes, we are getting a TV picture. You're in our field of view now.
The moment that we touched down, there was a moment of a bit of extemporaneous looking at each other, and I patted Neil on the back as if to say, well, we really made it. But then we set about doing the other things that we had to do. Moving on the surface was quite easy. The lower gravity gave the overall impression of a slow motion world.
Maybe 4 easy paces can bring you to...
Everything that was happening aboard the Apollo 11 flight was constantly streaming down to antenna sites all over the world. From the astronauts' heartbeats to electrical use inside the command module, it was all recorded on these telemetry tapes. So where is this hard evidence?
I haven't seen anything that indicates the telemetry data is even in existence, and as I said, even if we had it, we don't have the machines to play it back.
But your own research has shown the telemetry data is missing.
That's right.
Could this be true? Mankind's first interplanetary exploration and the original science data is missing?
Apollo 11, this is Houston, radio check, over.
If it's anywhere, it should be here at NASA's Goddard Space Center in Maryland, home to the National Space Science Data Archives.
This film you're making now, what is it?
This is a film trying to prove that Apollo 11 happened.
Does it have a name? I mean, do you have a name for it yet, or are you?
I'm calling it Did We Go?
Did we go? Okay. Okay.
Doesn't have it either. The Smithsonian doesn't have it. Johnson doesn't have it.
Right. We've been unable to track it down. I mean, we don't know where this telemetry data ended up, and we don't know what path it may have taken. So. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't really give you much of a clue as to where this data ended up and whether it still exists or not.
Most likely, these scientists just misplaced these tapes. Or did they?